It squeezes through. Brooks after it. It's loose. Does Oklahoma have it? It looks like the Sooners have recovered.
After review, the ball was illegally touched.
Kansas State deserved to win this game.
And they end the true road winning streak for Oklahoma. What a win for Kansas State.
Welcome back to the Hustle Podcast. It's your host, Caleb Westra, with CJ Hester, Logan Smith, and John Hope. Guys, what a week in college football. Am I right or am I right?
Don't get me started.
It was okay.
Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of upsets this week.
Definitely. A lot of upsets I did not expect. We're coming from the Arch, the home of the Hustle Podcast, in CJ and John's apartment. We love doing it here on this lovely Friday in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's pretty cold today, guys.
Yeah,
it's
it really is.
A little chilly willy. So, today we're going to talk about Michigan dominates at home. Should Bama rush Tua back if he's not 100%? Florida, Georgia. Is Oregon on upset alert this week? And our lock picks, quick picks, and in-depth picks. Here we go. Sit back. Enjoy the show. The Hustle Podcast. What happened this weekend?
You guys go first, man. Let's dive into the Michigan Notre Dame game.
Man, nothing
You guys
happened.
talk first, I talk last.
Nothing happened.
Well, wait, if you got...
You guys talk first. I'm the only one that picked Michigan.
Yeah.
Caleb, so yeah.
You fake.
But I'm okay with that.
So,
Well,
John,
the way I see it, Notre Dame went up to the high dive and tried to do a backflip, and they gave up halfway through and ended up belly
If
flopping.
Brian Kelly
And now it looks like
midway-
they're sunburned on one side.
Guys, I know how that feels. One time before July when I was a kid at the Black Oak Pool, I tried to do a front flip, and I literally landed on my back, and I thought I hit brick. Like, I couldn't breathe. They had me go, do you need to call your mom?
That's how
And I was
Notre Dame
like,
feels. That's how I feel. Really, I'm
See,
embarrassed.
I'm taking this more of an optimistic route, and let's send Kelly off to the NFL. See, breaking news, Kelly to the NFL right now. Urban Meyer to South Bend. I think this could be
A blessing in disguise.
where Brian Kelly, he'll take us to the national championship,
Right.
but he won't win it, and that's not good enough in South Bend. He'll have those years where he shouldn't. He'll go breaking news, Kelly to the NFL.
Again.
it's just a bunch of fantasy football.
Okay, so like I was saying, he has those games every year where he should not lose, but then they go and get blown out. Where they go into Miami, get blown out. Probably shouldn't have lost that game.
Right.
Go to Ann Arbor, get blown out. Probably shouldn't have lost that game. Go to USC, Stanford, same thing. They'll blow these Notre Dame teams out, and it's like our AD is fine with mediocrity. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, 10-2.
It's not media. It's good.
It's
good, but it's not
South
great.
Bend, yeah, in South Bend.
Because Brian Kelly is a good football
Oh
coach.
yeah, no,
I don't want to knock his coaching at
Yeah.
all. It's the struggle of recruiting in South Bend, Indiana.
Well, I think it's
It's
the guys.
the biggest pull down.
The guys he goes after. From a decade ago, we're night and day better.
Mm-hmm.
Since Kelly's gotten there, he's gotten us up to.
Yeah, he's
the
not
top,
Charlie
but
Weiss.
He's not going over the hill where we need to do. This is how he recruits. He stacks up on 4 stars, maybe occasional 5-star here.
Mm-hmm.
And what we need to do, if we brought in an elite coach such as Urban Meyer,
Right.
we'd be getting those 5 stars.
Exactly.
And next year we have what? I think 3 or 4, 5 stars coming in, but still, Kelly's had enough time.
It feels like we have like 3 sides of the Rubik's Cube solved.
Yeah,
but we can't. We don't want to like mess it up anymore to get to the full cube. So that's how I feel.
No.
Shut up.
No.
I feel like. Shut up!
That, so
you were
I'm
screaming at your boy after you guys got blown out by Wisconsin. You're like, he's done. Fire him. Fire him now.
No, this is.
But I'm just saying.
It's
everybody
kind
else
of
Michigan,
no.
That's what I was just asking.
Well, no, you're exactly right. We're in the same boat as you. We both do not have elite coaches. You don't have an elite coach.
We have
if
very
you're
good football
getting blown
coaches.
out.
The struggle is recruiting for both of us.
Elite coaches don't get blown out. Wisconsin, blown you guys out before in the past. Penn State, Ohio
Okay,
State.
now
Elite
Saban did get blown out in the championship game last year. You want to talk
But
about
I mean,
that?
that's
Like,
one.
It
but
was
that's
one elite-
one.
Right.
It was one elite
Against
team
another,
against
I guess.
another elite.
I
That's
guess.
what I'm saying.
I think,
Yeah.
But-
I think at the end of the day, there's one difference between the Notre Dames, the Michigan, the LSU's from the Bamas and Clemson. And it's not so much as your recruits have to get better. It's that we don't have those top quarterbacks coming through our program.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Clemson with Deshaun Watson, Kelly Bryant, not Trevor Lawrence. Bama has Tua. Like, we
But-
just haven't got that.
But
kind
if
of
you think about it,
If you
Bama
know
hasn't been a
You're
quarterback
right.
school.
Their
It's been running
defense-
back, offensive line, and then
But
defense.
What
What's the
guy-
common denominator where those top QBs are going?
Right.
Exactly.
Elite coaches.
Right,
Urban Meyer.
but they
Coming
won a
South
title
Bend,
with
please.
AJ McCarron. They can honestly win with me at
And
quarterback
I just
right
don't
now.
think those schools are missing out. We aren't getting those Heisman hopefuls.
Yeah.
That's it.
I play Baker position.
Yeah, the closest Notre Dame has been
a linebacker.
a linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest Michigan has been a free safety / linebacker and Peppers that made it to New York. Like,
Right.
it's been
Right,
defensive
yeah.
players.
Mm-hmm.
Right, defense wins you championships.
Right.
But you do have to score.
But you have to get there with a
Yeah.
quarterback.
But as far as last week, since I'm the only one that picked Michigan, and
Yeah, go for it.
everybody can be like, yeah, eventually you keep picking Michigan, they'll win a big game. But I'm telling you,
You're two.
with the rain and
2 for
everything
12.
happening in Arbor night game, I think there was no way we were going to lose that game. We're backs against the wall. Jim Harbaugh feeling the pressure. He had to win that game. I think we'll win by that much. No, I thought Notre Dame just didn't come out.
We did not come to play.
Our defensive line, offensive line, finally looked dominant against you.
And what I tell you, this will be the best you guys look all year long.
and,
Don't expect to look that good.
and I don't believe that. Because you said it probably take halfway through the season finding the offense.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you look closely at Michigan's numbers, Shane Patterson, you guys see how many times he threw the ball?
It was like 40 something.
No.
No?
Whoa.
What am I thinking of?
He threw the ball 12 times.
Yeah.
Guess how many completions? 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, maybe, you know, in the offseason, speed and space. He must have been talking about the freaking running backs. We've been running the ball the past 3 weeks. Amazing. The offensive line is dominant like we thought they would be at the beginning of the season. Our running backs, our placement, you got Zach, you got Hawkins finally finding their place in the offense with speed and power. And I think Michigan is finally hitting that stride where, okay, not if Shane Patterson gets going, I think we can be dangerous.
Shane Patterson's not going to get going. That's
Hey,
So
people
wait,
say
so
that.
what happened if you guys lose to Ohio State again?
Listen,
Because this was supposed to be your
I
guys'
don't
year to make
see
a
me
playoff.
Why
I-
did we lose to Ohio State?
I
This
know-
was supposed to be your playoff year and national championship.
listen.
I know.
And that's already
and
gone.
Harbaugh offered us
it's supposed to be ours, too, but, you know.
Anyway, sorry.
We had ours last year and Kelly couldn't get it done.
Well, we also have a senior quarterback in the book, which we
Our
were expecting
offense-
to do
he can
better.
come back next year.
Our offense was overhyped.
That's true.
Coming in. And like you said, you were
But
right.
I don't want to bat next year. I
Right.
want an elite quarterback.
You were right coming into the season. That our offense would take time.
Yeah.
The passing game is still not there like
Yeah.
it should be.
Next year you guys have
Okay,
something.
I'm
But,
tired to say
but,
next
but
year.
the problem is your wide
been
receivers
like that
might
for
be
20
gone,
years.
and that's where it's
Hey,
going to be like.
I ain't saying
what
shit until it happens.
All right.
Okay, so
We're
what's
moving
the next
on.
segment? Okay,
We're
wait,
gonna talk
I wanna
about-
say
we're
one more
gonna-
thing. You Irish fans out there, we need to pray for 2 more losses. Send Kelly to the NFL,
God.
bring Urban, because USC just said today they're sending the kitchen sink at Urban.
Hey, did you see what Florida
And
Florida
that's the only
State?
way.
Did you see what Florida State athletic director said about Urban Meyer?
No.
He said that everybody was saying, well, that he should go to Florida State. He said, hell no. This is exactly what he said. He goes, I wouldn't take Urban Meyer if Willie Taggart got hit by a bus today.
But it says the program that's still going 6-6
I
last
know.
5
I
years.
think it's
yeah.
just the Florida State.
Oh yeah, they're
bullshit.
and he's just saying. You really
But as a
think?
Michigan fan, I take Urban
But
Meyer.
time
I
out.
don't
That's what I'm
care.
saying. Do you really think that Urban should just be a prank and call bullshit on the '80s call?
Yeah.
Call him and be like, "Hey, I want to come to Florida State." Get it on recording. Be like, "I ain't coming there. I just want to see your dumb
But
ass look stupid."
before we move on, though, and let's say Brian Kennedy leaves or you force him out, USC fire the coach.
Right.
They call Urban, and he says, "I'm good. I don't want to coach next year." Now what do you guys do?
Call. I'll tell you, we got 3 people waiting in line. Urban, or 2 more after. So if Urban doesn't work out, you got Bob Stoops itching to coach back.
Matt Campbell.
and then Matt Campbell at Iowa State.
Yeah, but I don't think Matt Campbell's any better than Brian Kelly,
I-
especially at recruiting.
They are better. I think that's a step down.
That is a step down.
That is a step down.
That's a step
No,
down.
well, have you seen what he's done at Iowa State? When has Iowa State ever been relevant?
They've been. The way I look at Iowa State is that Iowa State and he's there and they're a little better.
Yeah, they're better.
They're a little better.
It's
They're
also
not-
we got better since we lost Charlie Weiss.
like
But
are they
still,
that?
I
he's
think he can
overrated.
take
That's-
him over the
I think
hump.
he's overrated.
So you want to
All
just
right,
keep
all
with
right.
Kelly?
I think
The
he
real
ends up.
question
I think
is-
he ends up like
So you want to stay with Kelly and just keep being mediocre?
rather
Losing
than
the
step
big
down.
games.
Yes, then take a step down.
So
It's urban or bust. At this
I
point.
got one thing. Should Tua be rushed back? if healthy or not?
It's a bye week. It's a bye week for Bama.
By week they're going into LSU.
I think
Next week.
if they lose, period, even if I think you have to play too, because I think even if you lose without him, you're still not making the playoffs. If somebody else is,
I think.
Especially if you lose to LSU and LSU loses, like then
They-
well, that were LSU, they're going to take a spot.
If LSU wins this game, they're not losing. The rest
Well,
of the year.
imagine this: LSU beats Bama, goes on to play Georgia in the championship. Georgia beats LSU.
who goes in?
Georgia, LSU, Clemson, Ohio State.
We're gonna have
right
three
there.
SEC,
Nah,
four
think,
SEC.
Think about this. Think about
Unless
this.
Clemson loses.
Nick Saban came out a couple days ago saying, no matter how big the game is, he would never rush his players back less than 100%. He came out and said,
Right.
He ain't lying. He's lying.
I felt like they rushed Tua back last year.
Give him a
That's what I'm
shot.
saying.
Put him back in, coach.
So it's a similar injury that he
He's
had
gonna
last
varsity
year.
blues it, just not tell anybody.
He had a similar injury last year, and I think he'd be ready to play. Because if he doesn't play, they have 0% chance of beating.
No, I
No,
wouldn't say
0.
that.
I don't want to say zero.
It's
No, it
They
really
could
is.
they could literally do a Michigan and just run the ball, and be fine. They
But
could
it's
be
not
like, we're
gonna
gonna
be
power
rated.
swing
Oh,
to
wait,
the
wait,
right.
wait.
Look at they have not been able to run the ball this year.
They did against Arkansas. Did you watch that game?
I can remember
It's Arkansas. Oh my goodness, dude! Never compare LSU to Arkansas again.
I'm just saying, their running game has not been the same. They don't have that elite
I'm with
back.
you. They're not
Can we
okay.
just say something?
The reason
After
why
this year, the Bama era is over. The Nick Saban era is over.
I think
It's-
Ernie is.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
It won't be over until he's gone.
Well,
no, I'm
if
saying
okay,
like the dominance.
I
of
get what
Nick
you're saying. No,
Saban,
he's still. You got to give him the benefit of doubt. If Dabo beats him again like that, I
then
think
he's
it's
done.
Dabo's
He's
era.
done. It's
Will you
Dabo.
give us that? If Dabo beats him again like that, it's Dabo's era.
The struggle is, I think Dabo's taking a step down this year too. I think that's why it's anybody's game. It's
Yeah, but I don't think
because
they'll
Trevor
make the
Lawrence has
playoffs.
looked so
I
sluggish.
think it's more.
Because the ACC
I think,
is so weak. This
I don't
year,
think
there's
it's.
nobody.
I
to
think it's
beat.
more of a Trevor Lawrence took a step back, more than the coaching took.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
can we take a look at our picks for the ACC other than Clemson? Who did we have?
Virginia.
Virginia and Miami,
Right.
and that's
Who, wait,
it.
who? Somebody had Virginia Tech.
Exactly.
Duke could
That's my
have
whole-
popped out.
That's my whole point.
We could have had North Carolina.
North
go off.
Carolina's
Right.
a roller coaster. That's
Right.
all they are.
Miami's a
Right.
disappointment ever since.
They play good with
Mm-hmm.
good teams, and they play bad with bad teams.
Well,
And that's just how it is.
ACC is definitely a basketball conference.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah, well, we
and
know
the
that,
SEC's
but
a
they
football
should-
count. Like
but
that's
Yeah,
they should-
exactly.
the
but
seal.
they
The
should
floor
have
is the
better
ceiling. Like, what do you
teams.
want?
Like, what was expected out of this year and what happened?
But guys, remember just a few years ago, the ACC was good. They just need better coaches.
Let's
now.
talk.
They
about
lost
this.
a lot of
Let's
coaches
talk
back
about
then.
this. The SEC best conference in the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big Ten second.
Yeah.
What's okay? The gap between the SEC and Big Ten is it big? Is it less than yet last year?
Okay,
I
I
think
think
it's less
I
than
think
last year,
I
but
think
it's
it's
not.
kind of big because this is how I look at it. Take Bama and Ohio State. Take the two top things. Okay, Ohio State probably wins that one. But then you take LSU, who's
And
the second
Penn
best.
State.
Wisconsin.
No, Penn State.
Penn State, LSU dominates Penn State,
You
I
think
think.
so?
Yeah. Take
And then
Georgia
Michigan.
versus Wisconsin are the third best. I think Georgia beats them.
And
Take
then
take
Auburn, Michigan?
take Auburn, Michigan. I think Auburn beats Michigan.
Okay,
I think just
that-
take it like that. And
I think everybody
that's-
got that. This is my question.
That's just for this year.
This
though.
is my question.
Yeah, it's in each year it changes. Like just like I was saying a few years ago. Remember that Lamar Jackson Louisville team that was top 5.
Yeah.
Then you had the Clemson team. Then you had the Miami team that was good.
But this is my
And
question right here. What's the difference between the Big Ten? What's the separation between the Big Ten between
It's
the ACC
for me.
and Big 12? Is
For
that
me,
big?
it's the classes
yeah,
coming in.
I think that's big.
It's the
because
5 stars that go to Bama's that go even to like Ole Miss and stuff. Like the
Yeah, that's
SEC
the
just
problem.
recruits
So
better.
many
That's the
athletes
problem.
that go
You
to-
got these
And you
five
got
stars
Florida.
going to bud schools
You
in
got
the SEC though.
the state of
Like
Florida.
the bottom of the SEC is still getting 5 stars,
Right.
but
Yeah.
there's not enough to make a team because
Yeah.
you're having a bunch of 5 stars play with 2 and 3 stars.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like where you have the Big Ten where they're full of 4 and 3 stars, good 4 and 3 stars, maybe sprinkle a few 5 stars in. It's not going to compete with the top heavy SEC.
Who was that?
But then they're taking away recruit. The SEC is just taking away.
Who was
recruits.
that D lineman you guys got out of Georgia? that
Aubrey
year?
Solomon?
Where'd he go?
Tennessee.
So that's what I'm saying. Why go to
Why did he
Tennessee
leave? He
over?
would've
That's
played
what I'm
this
saying,
year.
and that's what you're
I think
saying.
he was just butthurt.
Well,
So-
that's what you're saying. These 5 stars are going to lower schools.
Just because.
So
like,
should
yeah.
should they rush back Tua?
Oh yeah, so we've gotten so far. I think so. I think they have to. I think it's this is a win or you're
This
out
is
of the
why
way.
First Take
I
has
think-
Molly.
I think that.
I can't take you
going
seriously
back.
with that big.
Okay, real quick. Going back to
He looks like Charles Manson.
Charles Manson over here. Going back to what.
Happy Halloween.
Are you the Notre Dame Jesus? Like,
He's touchdown Jesus.
Damn, I
They
could have
could've
gone
found
with that
him
for
on
Halloween.
Saturday.
You should.
he's Mother Mary. Pray for us. That's
In what your
Ma-
call goes, whoever coach
Mother
you want.
Mary of all saints, pray for us.
Okay,
That's
but we're
the
keep
US.
getting off
Okay,
track.
anyways.
Should Tua
going back to
should
what-
Tua play?
What about Tua is you said Bama has all these 5 stars.
Yeah.
What's his name? Mac. Who's their backup? Mac.
No one
Jones.
knows.
Mac Jones.
Mike Jones.
It's Mac
Mike
Jones. He didn't look bad. And I know they're playing Arkansas, but this is the thing. I think Tua, you have him kind of ready, but I don't think you start him. I think you start Jones, see how the pace it goes. If it goes FUBAR real quick, then you.
This is a
then
different
you-
LSU ball club.
Oh,
I think you
even-
gotta go with
Here's my
Tua
thing,
right
here's
off
my
the bat
thing.
because
I think
LSU is
LSU
gonna
in the
score
back of their
quick.
head. LSU in the back of their head is nervous. It's
See.
like Michigan, Ohio State.
Or-
you go in expecting you're going to get your
You're
ass kicked
kinda-
because that's
Here's
what you
my-
do.
But I kind of think what LSU might come in what Michigan kind of did. You come in more pumped up than nervous because you're like Notre Dame's beaten us twice in a row. One was a 31-0 butt kicking. You guys wanted that game so bad, and you know what? You guys went out and got that game. I think that's what LSU could do. They want the game so bad. You know what? Go out and get that game, especially if Mac Jones is playing.
I think for college basketball, this is much bigger than one game in a championship. Tua is lined up will be a top 3 draft pick, and Nick Saban knows that, and he would not risk that.
Jeopardize it. Yeah.
Right.
Like he did last year as a sophomore. Okay,
Yeah.
he gets hurt again. Okay, no worry, we get you right.
See,
Yeah. No, I
He
get what
has
you're
he
saying.
has him right, and he knows there's no way I'm gonna put that kid out there and jeopardize $20 million for this.
True.
There's no way I'm gonna do
Also,
that. So
another
no, they not done.
Yeah.
another
that's
point
a good
to that.
point.
They could lose this game, not play Tua. In the minds of the voters for the end of the year, they could look at it and be like, "Well, they didn't have their best player. Give them the benefit of the doubt
And
in the
give them the
playoffs
4 seed
because
as
it is
LSU was-
it is
I call
Bama.
bullshit.
No,
Well,
it will
well,
happen like that.
It will happen.
That's what the
For
voters do.
sure.
It is
But
Bama.
What if,
I'll put
but
5
what
on
if?
it.
So do you? What if? Like you said though, LSU beats Bama, goes to the championship.
Sure.
Georgia beats LSU. You don't take Georgia over Bama. Put LSU.
That's
in
the
there
only
since
way-
they-
that's-
that's what I'm
That's the
saying.
only way.
Do you
That's
take
the
that
only
LSU
risk?
doesn't
way.
win out.
If you're
Well,
if you're Bama, do you take
this
that
is the
risk?
thing.
Because that's
Wait,
that
wait,
could.
wait,
This is
Huh.
the thing. Does Georgia beat Florida?
That is.
That's also another.
We've got Georgia's at a -6 spread for that game in Florida. They are the better team.
But it's in the swamp.
It is in
no,
the
it's in
swamp.
Jacksonville.
It's in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's on. Hey,
It's
since
a mu-
that's the
I
next.
hate
Well, yeah, we'll
That's
get to
another
that
thing.
game. Yeah,
We'll talk-
get
let's
to
talk
that
about
game.
that.
That's next. Let's
That's
Oh,
talk
okay.
right
So
now.
do we
That's
want
what
to
I'm
just
saying.
transition?
So
to-
I'm
Tua-
trying to
Tua-
transition into it.
Tua, yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna say sit him.
let's
I
start
say
off.
sit him, but anyways.
Okay,
continue.
Don't rush him.
let's
Don't
start
rush him.
this off. This Florida Georgia. This is they call it the biggest cocktail party because this is literally the biggest game every year, like attendance wise, like fans outside partying wise. And I guess there's been half. It's literally been 50-50.
Yep.
Half people want home and home with Florida, Georgia, and half want it to stay in Jacksonville. Do you guys have any thoughts of? Would you guys rather to see it home and home,
I
or do you
want
want
home
to?
and home because this is the thing. Georgia plays too many freaking games in a mutual site place.
They do.
They play Georgia State or Georgia Tech all the time in the freaking Mercedes-Benz Dome, what used to be the Superdome, and not Superdome,
Georgia
the
Dome.
Georgia Dome. Like I feel like Georgia plays a lot of freaking games, either at a mutual site or
This
at-
one.
I don't-
Like, go ahead. You go first. Go ahead.
I don't see any problem with playing mutual site games.
I don't-
It's not as
but not in this case.
it's not
That's-
as exciting in terms of fans pumped up
Yeah.
at the home game. You don't get that same intensity, but I think just play wise and then for voting also later in the year they're easier to
What you got
decipher.
before I go?
See, I'm going completely opposite. I think the only reason why they can pull this off at keeping it neutral site, it's so legendary to keep it in Jacksonville.
So this game,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is perfect for neutral site,
Mm-hmm.
and what people don't understand, like when you go neutral site game, both schools make money.
They both
they split it.
Yep.
When you go home and home, the
You-
other team doesn't make money, so you're kind of losing
But-
that.
but
money
you get
throughout
it
the year.
back
Yeah,
the
but
next
you get
year.
it back the following
so
year.
yeah, they both make the same.
They're saying it's such a huge thing that they call it the cocktail party,
Right.
like the large, like they actually make a party out of this thing just because it's in Jacksonville.
And-
It's where two fan bases can just meet up.
And there's nothing else to do in
Yeah, I got a
Jacksonville.
solution. I got a solution for like just the atmosphere around the game. 'Cause it doesn't seem like a home game for either team. It seems more like a bowl game.
It does.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
the
a
only-
party.
Yeah.
It's like
It-
both fans can show up.
So
and have
the
a
real
party.
question is Florida Georgia line performing at halftime?
and the funny thing is, they're both
But
Georgia
no,
and Florida
yes.
fans, so it's like
Yeah,
they go at each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Boo.
They should play. This is what they should do.
They should play.
Bad
No,
joke.
they should play.
London.
No. Okay. You can play the game in Jacksonville.
Mexico.
But how about this? How about for 1 year, you take it to Atlanta. You take it to the Mercedes Dome, right?
And then you
now
take-
it feels
and
like
then-
now it feels like a Georgia home game.
Right.
Oh, okay. Maybe if you don't play in Jacksonville year, take it to Orlando. Now it feels like a Florida home game, but you still get
Orlando,
to
yeah, they
side.
play in
Miami.
Orlando.
Or they said to compromise with everybody. What if going like this, rotating it, go Athens, the Swamp, Jacksonville, Athens, the
And I'm
Swamp,
totally
Jacksonville.
down with
Just
that.
keep every
I'm
3
totally
years.
down
with
Like get the
Or
Plain Indian Harbor.
no. You know where they're gonna play, right?
Why would they do that?
Jerry
They'd
World.
always want to
Because
bring
Jerry's
Michigan.
always got his hand in all these big games.
Oh, I wouldn't go because
Not
then you're
for
making
that.
the fans go.
I know.
all the
I'm
way.
just
Yeah.
messing.
Not for that
but-
game. Maybe an Alabama A&M. I could see that.
Yeah, just because. Yeah. Well, A&M and Arkansas, they play in the.
Because
Yeah.
Jerry Jones went to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I learned this today. Listen, betting podcast. His son is the quarterback, or his grandson's quarterback. Anyways,
All right.
What's next up?
next topic. Well, we didn't even pick. Are we gonna pick, or are we gonna wait till later?
We'll
We'll wait till later.
wait.
Yeah,
Wait till
we're just
later. We're
kind of
gonna talk-
talking about it.
And then we're gonna talk Oregon. Is Oregon on
Is
upset
Oregon
alert this
on
week
upset alert?
against USC?
At USC.
No.
At USC.
USC.
No.
The only reason why I think
You just want to say it because they play Notre Dame good.
No, I think they're a totally different. Like I said last week, remember last week I said they're a totally different team in Los Angeles. They played up to. They
that game
played
tonight?
good. No, it's
No,
tomorrow.
Saturday.
But remember,
They
didn't play that well last week in Boulder because they're away from home. They are just a different team in LA. But I still think Oregon.
Let me say
wins.
this.
It just might be a little
Their
closer.
defense plays totally different. Their defense
Yeah,
plays
it's.
down.
I think the wide receivers do too. They just get so hype. It's crazy.
But Oregon saw Oklahoma lose last week, and their eyes
yeah,
got so wide.
yeah, they're playing for something.
They looked
know
at
they're
each other and
gonna-
said,
Yep.
"You know what? We can do this." I think Oregon comes out and wins by 17 plus. They destroy and make a statement like we have a chance.
I don't-
Don't leave us out.
This is
I don't
my
think
thing.
it's- I don't think
okay,
it's by
so
that
that
much.
fourth playoff spot, do you think it goes to the number one team in either the Pac-12 or the Big 12?
I think Oregon. If
I
it's
think Oregon gets it
Oregon
'cause-
gets it over the Big 12.
I think so too.
That's
reason
what I'm
why
The
is
Big
'cause
12,
they
yeah.
kept- they
But
kept-
the thing is, I think they get two SEC teams in.
It's
yeah,
screwed.
I also
Right.
kind of think that. But if
But
it's
Big
down
Ten
to,
can get screwed by the way everything's going.
The way
too, so
the
it
way
doesn't
things are
matter.
going right now, it looks like two SECs, a Big Ten, and Clemson.
but I think if it gets down to a Pac-12 and Oklahoma, or Pac-12 and Big 12, I think since Pac-12 has not made it for so many years, they're just gonna be like, we gotta give them, we gotta give them a spot.
They won't, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
I definitely think Oregon wins this one. Big.
Big. I think they get the win. I think
by most it's 10 points.
I think they don't cover.
What's the spread?
I think it's like 12, right?
Yeah, I don't think they
I
cover.
think they cover.
Let me, let me double check it.
Most 10 to 13 points. Maybe they cover at the final, like
I think they cover.
last second touchdown or something to go.
Oh,
through.
never mind. It's only 4.5.
Whoa!
I was way
See,
off.
it's because
Yeah,
USC.
they cover.
Yeah, they cover, but it's because USC just plays different at.
Yeah.
Okay, I think they do cover that then. They'll probably. I think they have. I won them by
In
7.
timeout. Okay, so wait, does this whole USC thing, does this like wanting to go after Urban? Does this make the players play harder for Clay Helton, or does this them go, hey, this season's a watch, let's bring Urban Meyer in here, let's
I
make
think-
sure
I
Urban.
just
I don't
think you
think they're
never
playing.
should play
No,
with the Washington.
they're not playing for the Washington, but I don't think they just. I think USC is literally just playing to win every game. I think that sounds like stupid. Like, yeah,
You can't play. You can't lose games in the NFL and
It's
expect
so-
to win.
But all I'm saying is, I'm not saying they play for the coach. I'm just saying
They-
USC is playing hard.
They're
Either way.
athletes
But this
and
is the problem.
they're it's a game, so they're gonna play
This is
hard.
the problem too. It's like if you're a senior, I'm saying screw the rest of you guys because I'm leaving. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna play hard because I want to win.
And not necessarily
Exactly.
they play hard for the coach. They play hard for the
For
team.
each other.
Yeah, they're playing hard for the
Sure.
seniors that have put in 4 years into
So-
it.
Sure. Well, you could say that about everyone. I mean,
Yeah, no, I get that.
I get that.
So
Charles Manson.
recruiting news,
wisdom.
CJ.
Recruiting news?
Yeah. What we got? You got anything besides Michigan?
Besides, let's stay on Michigan for a
Wait,
minute.
time out. I want to give Harbaugh props for
ahead,
that
talk about it. Go
that
ahead.
quarterback. What was his name?
JD.
JD. No, props, mad props. I think Harbaugh went from, and this is good for him because I think he went from being one of the most hated college coaches in college football to getting a big win, a top 10 win against Notre Dame, and
Doing the right thing.
doing the right thing with this kid because he's still gonna let the kid have his scholarship so he can get free education and all that. He's not backing out of it, which a lot of coaches would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome, and I think he got a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, in general, I just say hats off to Michigan for that. Like you said, I remember a few years back in 2012, a close family friend of my cousins and me, Austin Hatch, some of you remember, had the plane crash with his dad and stepmom, and he was supposed to be a 5-star going to Michigan. He lost a lot of functions at first, never fully probably got to where he was before, but Beeline offered him the full ride. He ended up playing, he ended up coaching a few years, and he says it's been the best memory of his life. So I just think in general, Michigan does a great job at sticking to the word, and there's probably other colleges out there that do it, and that's why again we always have these moments. This is why we love sports.
And JD was a 3-star quarterback. I mean, the only quarterback in that recruiting class, very athletic guy. Who knows if you were a player or not, or worked out, would have been good, would have been bad. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that Jim Harbaugh did it, let him keep it. Not only let him keep it, but let him be part of the team.
Yeah.
Because you could see a bunch of the recruits that was in his class tweeted out, "Hey, bro, you're still part of us. You're still part of the team." And now he's gonna be a coach.
And if he's a great mind, like that's gonna be perfect experience for him
Exactly.
to transition into
Yeah.
being
his
a coach.
coaching.
Yeah,
Just
for
a little
sure.
earlier than he thought. Yeah.
Or even like if they just keep him on as even after like his scholarship's up, yeah, he could easily maybe get a QB job there, like kind of what we did with Tommy Reese.
Yeah.
Like when he left, he tried a year in the NFL,
Yeah.
didn't make any teams. Brian Kelly's like, hey, you've been the best quarterback. You had me for 4 years. You know my offense come in, kind of.
And who never knows? Maybe somehow, some way, he's able to play football again.
Yeah.
And so maybe being around football, still learning about football,
Right.
he'd be able to play again.
You got anything else for recruiting?
For the Big Ten, let's talk about this because let's stick in the Big Ten.
Right.
Ohio State
State,
got another top wide receiver.
but they're still only 14th in recruiting this year.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's true.
But this is like
It's
being
my-
like 5th or 6th wide receiver in the top 300. What they got the number 1 Flaming, the number 1 wide receiver, also the number 1 player in that recruiting class. The depth that Ohio State is building around wide receivers
Yeah, it's crazy.
is crazy.
Well, I think it's all on Ryan Day.
Me too.
Because he was recruiting these guys. Look at all the wide receivers that just went to the NFL from Ohio State, and then you got wide receivers this year. I think he just knows what athletes at wide receiver to get to run his system of offense.
And let's talk about the top 5 right now for recruiting right now. It's Clemson number 1, LSU number 2, Alabama number 3, Ohio State at 4, Georgia at 5. If we want to talk about our teams, Notre Dame is sitting at 8, while Michigan is sitting at 9 for 24/7 Sports. That's the list.
No, the
right now.
crazy thing is the top 4 or 5 could be in the national championship.
And that shows them. And that shows them.
Okay, basically what John said is we're gonna have Clemson there. They'll win out, and then Bama, LSU probably both could get there with Ohio State, either taking that 3 or 4. So that top 4 literally could be the playoffs this year.
Yeah. So
But you know what's weird to me about
there's
this
a
list?
lot
I was
of commits
scrolling down
in
it.
the 2021 class too. I didn't realize so many people committed
Right.
already.
I see Purdue at 26.
Yep.
That blows
Yeah.
my mind. They got 4 stars.
he's
They got a few
Jared
4 stars.
I think this year, like it's sad to see so many players get hurt, but it's going to keep Brom at Purdue for the long run. He's going to be able to get these guys in and kind of
Yeah, they took a Michigan 4-star recruit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
From
what,
you guys.
that's what that guy Tim keeps saying. And he goes,
But listen.
They took a running back from us from Pennsylvania.
I give
Blow my
him
mind.
I give him props for getting that wide receiver from Michigan. But if you look at the details of his signing, if you go and play football at Michigan, you're going to play football at Michigan. He's going to Purdue to play football, and they are letting him to play basketball. That's the deal they're letting him do.
True.
He's also allowed to walk on the basketball team and play basketball. I don't think gyms don't let you do that.
You can't offer that. No.
Yeah, that's hard to do. Purdue's don't offer that because they want you on.
They will take the beggars can't be choosers there. You know what I mean?
Does Notre Dame land that safety transfer from Ohio State, that 5-star Isaiah Pryor?
Probably.
I hope so.
That'd be nice.
Oh,
Because
wait.
he's coming, I think, this weekend to visit.
Wait, there was some guy I just saw on TikTok that committed to Notre Dame
Why do you know that?
because I
On
What
TikTok.
was his name?
I don't know. I'd have to look. He said
Vine was
committed.
so much better.
I love Vine, but I got to deal with what I can deal with.
So next
See,
up,
if it was Isaiah, I didn't think he commit. I thought he was going to wait, see how this weekend goes.
So next up, we're gonna go with
so quick picks.
our quick picks.
Do quick picks.
Logan, you want to lead those?
Which ones are we diving into?
Just go down once we just.
Okay, Michigan, Maryland. Who we got?
It's gonna be a rough game for Michigan just because it's gonna be a hangover watch. But I think that I'm going with Maryland. Not.
I was about to say.
I'm going with Michigan.
Jeez.
I'm going with Michigan. I'm going with Michigan right here. I don't think I picked against Michigan this year. I probably won't.
What's the spread on that one?
22.
So okay, so
I
let's.
don't think they
So
cover.
yeah, I'll say do they cover or not? Let's go with
because
that.
it's at Maryland. If it's at Michigan, maybe. But I don't know.
And maybe
I
it's
don't-
getting a big win against the Irish. Maybe guys come out a
but
little
this is the
flat.
thing. Does our offense just finally click?
No.
Like, is that the thing? Did our
Right.
offense finally click, or was it a fluke?
I think it was the rain.
The
rain.
No. It's a fluke if Shea Patterson throws to 300 yards. It's not a fluke because we have ran the ball over 250 yards
It's bound
the
to stay
past
somewhere.
3 weeks. It's not a fluke. The offensive line is playing that good.
I will say, did you see that pancake block that dude had? He pushed the Notre Dame guy.
Yo, blindside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blindside.
Dude, all the way.
Yeah, I'm going.
That's how the whole night felt.
I'm going Michigan.
Except with the truck.
The only way they cover, I think, if it's like a late fourth quarter touchdown where you guys are like still running the ball
And then
and
a
you
big
stop.
six when they're
Yeah,
trying to
I could
yeah.
see you guys only putting up 21 points, but
Do they win?
yeah, but I
Like a
see
tw-
them not getting in the end zone at all with just
But
like
21 to
6 or
10.
9
Can
points.
Maryland-
Like
Just
can
21
field
to
goal.
10 touchdown
Michigan's
game.
21-9 is what I
Can,
see.
can Michigan's defense shut Maryland out?
Oh, for sure.
Easily.
Just like
Yeah.
Penn State did. At
You guys just
now we're not going to
cannot
score as much, but I think we can.
Yeah, you guys just can't come out like hungover.
All right, next one. Next one.
Okay, North Carolina State at Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
John?
Yeah, give me Wake. I'm not going against that.
Logan?
Yeah, definitely Wake Forest.
They're 6-1 right now. They're not bad. They're ranked.
Nebraska at Purdue.
Jesus.
Purdue's littered with injuries, but I'm going to go with them this week.
Purdue.
John, who you going with, man? Golly, man.
Give me Nebraska.
Okay.
That's in Purdue.
Yeah, I'm
Such
going
a toss.
Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the two most disappointing teams in the Big Ten this year?
Well, just because injury.
Purdue for injuries, but Nebraska.
Yeah, Purdue has excuses.
Wait, let me talk about Nebraska.
Remember when they
It's not let down for me and John because we knew they weren't.
No, and I said that too. We all said they were overrated.
I
Yeah,
want-
that's what. Because remember they tried to say they were.
There was at
favorites to
least
win
a
the
dozen analysts at
Strictly?
ESPN
Yeah,
who
Hey,
loved
They're
Nebraska.
the
Let's
favorite
just
to
say-
win the West.
Let's just
The
say
Big
I
Ten.
picked Minnesota to win the West.
No.
They got a tough schedule.
Northwestern
All
is a
that,
huge
but
letdown too. That's also.
Speaking, I'm gonna go with.
Injuries.
I'm gonna go with Purdue because I don't think the players for Nebraska are playing for their coach.
No, I think
And I think
they're
Rondé Moore's playing this week. I'm gonna go Purdue.
What'd you say?
Rondé Moore.
Oh, is
I think
he
he's
playing?
back. Yep.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah, I think he's back.
Yeah, then I'm taking Purdue for sure.
Okay, who we got next?
Virginia Tech at Notre Dame.
I think it's closer than your thing.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
do too, and I'm hoping we lose this game. I'm telling you, with the only way we get Urban is if Kelly loses one or two more games. Because you can't justify somebody being there for over 10 years.
No, but he could leave regardless. Like, if you want him to leave on healthy terms and go to the NFL, then I think he has to
I don't
win.
think he will though. I think he wants to stay in South.
I
That's
think-
my only
He getting
problem.
paid.
Who you got, Caleb?
unless
Who do I
unless the AD is
The boosters at Notre Dame are the big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb, who you got?
Down.
Don't play that music anymore. It doesn't work.
I'm picking Notre Dame.
Are we all Notre Dame?
Yeah.
I think
Until Urban Meyer comes, I'm not picking Notre Dame for the rest of the season.
you pick my take.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Even when
taking
they
Notre
play
Dame.
Navy. No,
This dude is about to drop
I think
all of it.
this might be. I think it's a good
Yeah, I
game.
think we're gonna
Logan,
win
we need
out.
that for
We're gonna
ratings.
we're
Keep doing
gonna
stupid shit like
we're
that.
gonna win out, and that's gonna be the problem. We're gonna go 10-2, maybe still make a New Year's Six bowl.
I
They
don't
play Michigan again.
No, because you guys are gonna be 9-3.
I
No,
don't.
we'll be 10-3 because we'll lose our bowl game.
You mean
So
the
you're gonna
Big
beat
Ten?
Ohio State and then lose your bowl game?
No, if you,
I think
if you
you're
beat
gonna
Ohio
lose
State,
to
you beat
Ohio
the maybe not Penn State.
Or-
But all right, whatever.
Yeah, I'm going the Irish.
Whatever.
Here come the
Everybody's on
Irish.
everything.
Next game,
Miami and Florida State.
Miami, Florida State.
Jesus, man.
It's a
So
garbage.
and Willie Taggart
Garbage
needs
rivalry.
this game more. But
This is
man,
the battle of,
Miami,
like,
I think, might have more
2014.
talent. Who has more talent in this
Miami.
game? Miami.
Miami.
Okay, so here's the thing.
They definitely have the better defense.
Miami
Remember
should
when
have
we were
won
talking-
more games.
We were
Than that.
talking earlier in the podcast, and they said the only way they get Urban Meyer, or they said they won't take Urban Meyer even if Willie Taggart gets hit by a bus.
He's getting
Well,
hit by a
Willie
bus.
Taggart's
When
getting hit by a
Miami.
bus.
He's getting hit by a
And you want to
hurricane.
know why he's going to get hit by a bus? The Hurricanes are going to freaking come to town, and that's going to freaking hit him hard. I think Miami finally gets a good win.
This is my pick right here, and I don't understand what
Is this
my,
your lock?
This is not my lock, but I don't understand what it takes for Miami to like just
Get to
take
that
Martell at quarterback. Like just to see the
Just
quarterbacks are
because you
hurt.
watch
and it's just-
QB1 doesn't
I'm
mean
just saying.
everybody that watched QB1 is
I think
going
there's
to
a
be
reason why he
Tate
didn't
Martell
start.
fan. He is
There has to be a
ass.
reason.
Yeah.
Is he
Alright.
that bad?
I think he might be.
Hey, in the words of Big Sean, ass.
Going with that though, I'm going with Florida State at home.
Give me Miami.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going Florida State.
Giants,
Alright.
Miami, okay.
TCU
TCU
at Oklahoma State.
at Oklahoma State.
TCO.
Give me TCU.
I'm going with the horny frog. I mean the horned frogs.
They're horny.
The horned frogs.
They're
It's
horny.
at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, but
They're
TCU
they're
just beat
Christian.
Texas.
And didn't Oklahoma State's best wide receiver or like one of their wide
Yeah, and
receivers
Kansas
just got
State
hurt, didn't he?
ran Oklahoma
Bro,
State. I'm taking
ever
TCU,
since
bro.
Oklahoma State just like fell apart against Baylor and just like
So
should've
let's
been-
talk about Baylor. They won last night, didn't they?
By three?
By
Yeah.
3. I think they have the best defense
Is
in
there
the Big
7-0?
12. Yeah. Hey, that's Matt. Hey, this is who you guys go after. Harbaugh goes to the NFL. What's his name? For the Baylor's head coach, Matt Rule.
See,
Matt
He
Rule.
played at Penn State.
Hey.
He's a Big Ten
Hey,
guy.
this is what Jim Harbaugh's talking about. Our enemies is trying to
Trying to
destroy us.
Matt Rule.
That just sounds like a Donald Trump tweet, man.
No.
Yeah,
like
Matt
Abraham
Rule-
Lincoln once said during
Matt
before
Rule.
the
If he
Civil
can
War,
turn Temple around
a
and
house,
Baylor around.
a house divided against itself shall not stand. That's what
But
they're
you guys
trying to
wouldn't
do.
want Matt Rule. He turned Temple
No,
around
I
and he
like
turned
No,
Baylor.
nobody
But
around.
let's-
wants Iowa State's coach either. Shut up.
So
He's a top candidate for coaches. that-
TCU.
I'm going Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Wow.
What's
All
next?
right. Number 15 SMU at 24 Memphis.
This is
Ooh,
the
game
game
day.
day. Yeah.
A good game actually.
Yeah,
Hey,
I know.
I'm gonna go by this. These little schools that have been undefeated are getting upset. Appalachian State, give me Memphis.
SMU's the better team though.
Big win at Memphis.
Yeah, it's at
They rushing the field.
Man,
They rushing the
game
field.
day's
Saturday.
there. Yeah,
They rushing the field on Saturday night. in
That's
Memphis,
gonna be
bro.
such a big crowd.
SMU.
SMU. I think I might have to go SMU. I just think they might be a little more complete team. I might
100%.
ask me maybe towards game time, see what that crowd's like tomorrow. But as of right now, I'm going SMU.
All right, what you got, Caleb?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who you taking?
You gotta take my horse
The SMU Mustangs.
into Memphis.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, Elvis, but the Mustangs are taking this one. Are they
What?
gonna be a good Mustang, or are they gonna be like the Mustang that
Antoine's
Antoine just
gonna
bought?
Broke down.
Bro, no. SMU
Hopefully a
rules.
good Mustang.
SMU rules.
Oh, they roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Virginia at North Carolina.
I'm going. Give
This
me
is
Virginia. Give me
this is
Virginia.
Virginia, North Carolina.
This is a
I have to take Virginia. I
this
took
is
them
a shit
to.
show bowl.
I had to take Virginia too.
I took them to
Give me North Carolina.
Give me Matt Brown, please. North Carolina. It's
Next
home.
one. Next one.
BYU at Utah State.
I think
BYU.
I'm taking.
Give me Utah State.
Oh, I was about to say. Yeah, I think I might.
Give me Utah State.
Give me the Mormons. Let's go BYU.
BYU.
We go Mormon.
I've been picking up. They've been letting me know.
BYU.
Gonna go wear my khakis and drink some
Who's
milk.
got the better defense?
Hey, speaking of BYU, well, I gotta feel like we've been picking BYU games all year. I don't know why.
They've got a good
winning,
schedule.
bro.
They've got a
He
good
loves-
schedule.
He
They
loves.
played.
I love BYU.
That's what I'm saying. They played what? USC. They
'cause
played
they're-
Washington.
Washington. They might as well play in the Pac-12.
I think they should.
Yeah, but I'm going Utah State with this one. I think since it's at home, I'm going to go with the home team since it's a coin flip.
All right. Last game in the quick picks, Colorado at UCLA.
UCLA.
Give me UCLA. I think this is a shootout
Where's this
again.
game at?
At
UCLA would be
UCLA.
another shootout.
Is this night? Is this nighttime?
What Colorado played USC kind of tough last week.
Yeah, but
It was-
Colorado's-
Yeah,
They're a
6
letdown.
o'clock.
They're a big
Oh, yeah.
letdown in the pack.
it's 6
Yeah,
o'clock.
6 o'clock out there. Give me UCLA in a shootout. Bro.
UCLA
Ain't
shootout.
no
I think
defense.
it's going to be a shootout.
Ain't
Yeah, no defense.
Take the
Oh,
over. Take the over.
What is
The over's
yeah,
probably
I
like
wonder what-
70.
I don't care
75.
what the over is. Just take it.
So the year is 1994, September 24th.
Michigan goes down.
And
And what?
a guy by the name of Cordell Stewart throws a Hail Mary
You're saying that happened Saturday?
to Westbrook. And
Russell
the
Westbrook.
Buffaloes
Are you calling it Hail Mary?
beat
Hail Mary?
Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the second greatest thing to ever happen that day. The first greatest thing to happen that day was a man by Caleb Wester was born. So
I don't get where you're going with this.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
owing it.
confused.
Greatness happens for me with Colorado, even though I was pissed. I'm as a Michigan fan.
You lost.
You were
Colorado
0 years
last-
old.
You took Colorado last week and they lost for you.
I'm talking Colorado again.
You brought that all the way
Yeah,
back.
that's
to
what I'm
Colorado.
saying. What is
I'm-
going on?
I just wanted to tell y'all.
Once
how
again,
born
I had
was
no
thinking.
idea where you were going with
No, it
that.
was the anniversary or something.
What you been drinking? Man?
He looked you deep in your eyes, though.
It is the 25th anniversary, a month ago.
Jesus.
All right, yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't even give him my pick
Is it
yet
your-
'cause you
that's
took
what
so
I was
damn
gonna
long.
say. What's your pick?
Give me UCLA. Give me the Lady Bears. Give me the Bruins.
All right,
John?
I already took UCLA.
He took UCLA.
I'm the only one to tell you.
They're called quick picks, guys.
Yeah.
Now for our
Not-
next picks.
not-
I'm like, last.
So I was born. I was born at 8:26, and it was snowing out.
Bro, I'm serious. Michigan
On
lost the national
President's Day.
championship because of that bad man, Cordell Stewart.
All right, whatever.
Anyways,
No one cares.
yeah, Rogers.
All right, what game
Okay.
next?
Mr.
So, in-depth picks. Georgia at Florida.
The big one for the week.
So, do you think
The only real good game of the week because
Yeah.
game day is
Yeah.
in Memphis. Let's talk about the
Why
top
is
5
game day in
teams not playing
Memphis?
anyone or literally not playing at all.
Yeah.
So like,
There's a
Clemson's
lot
playing
of-
Wofford. Everyone else is on a bye.
Yeah, what is with that?
This
I
is
get
the
you're-
weirdest week in college football
I
for
get
that.
you trying to get lower schools in your state money, but
The spread is like 35.
Speaking of that, did you guys see that Michigan?
it's only 35.
Michigan dropped UCLA so they could go recruit in Hawaii.
Michigan
They
has dropped 2 schools and added 2
Did you-
lowest scores like the SEC does.
Pansies.
Do you guys think that is a good move, or you think it's a soft move?
Soft, 100%. I've been on Alabama. I've been on.
Do you think it's a soft move?
I don't
No,
care.
no,
I
it's
think
it's a soft
recruitment
move, but it's a smart move.
Right.
That's the thing. I think,
It's the only way you're gonna make it to the
that's what
title
I'm
is to do
saying,
that.
yeah.
If we learn something about like steak trips,
If
and I
we're-
think that he's trying to go to Hawaii. I think he wants to open up to the West
he
Coast.
likes spending your money.
He likes spending because
Yeah.
it's not his money.
Might as well.
Um,
I'd do it too. Shit, Hawaii.
But no,
the president.
I think because like Notre Dame's independent, so they can schedule those West Coast
Yeah.
trips. We
Yeah.
can't schedule those West Coast trips.
Yeah, we're in Cali
And-
once
and-
a year.
And I mean, why go to Cali when you could go to Hawaii? Like,
Because Cali has the second best state recruiting.
no,
or third
yes,
best
but
state.
Hawaii.
Yeah, it's
is,
not about
in the last,
recruiting
in the
there,
last,
though.
in the last 10 years, Hawaii has had great recruits play. A great
That's
place.
true.
And we're talking about Tua, Man
But time
Tateo,
out, time out.
You're
You're talking to a school that has gotten like almost the
That's
other than
what- but that's what I'm
Washington,
trying to-
but we don't even have to go there. We go to California,
But
and that's all that we gotta do.
I think he's
See,
trying to
they
go to
gotta
the
go.
mainland. No, then that's fine. But
No, just enjoy your vacation. I mean,
we'll hop off.
you're gone fishing
That's
for
what
the
you
year.
Picks, Georgia, Florida. What the hell are we picking?
Oh yeah, give me.
That's cool for you.
I'm pissed.
Give me Florida.
You're going Florida?
I'm going Florida.
You're going Florida. That's
I've been
your
hating on
playoff
Florida
pick,
all
isn't it?
year, but
Is Florida? No, you didn't take Florida.
Jake Fromm has been looking like an Alex Smith.
He's taking
NFL Alex Smith.
You don't hear the gator chomping over here? You're going Florida? I like it, John.
Do I need to start talking like Tim Tebow out here? I think the Gators, nobody gives them heart. Nobody gives them anything. And you know what? I'm sick of it. So I'm going to play baseball because I can't play football. I'm going Tim Tebow and his football career.
I got to go Georgia just because I took them to make it out of the East. But I think they're overall a better team anyway. I think it's gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a good game.
I do also.
But yeah, it's a rivalry game, so you can
It's a
throw everything
rival.
out
It's
the window.
in Florida technically.
Yeah,
Do you?
I want to pick.
you can throw everything out the window.
I want to pick
It's
Florida
rivals.
so bad.
But you need to get back in your picks.
No, I'm not saying that because I think Georgia is overrated.
Right.
I'm saying that. I'm really saying
I
that.
also see that, but
I always
right now
Not
2/3
this
of
game,
analysts
though.
have Georgia
Not this
winning.
game. I
this.
think these are two teams that are overrated.
he got a point.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah.
So
You got 6.
So
and
how
8.
mad are you gonna be if you play for like what the?
Dude, if we play Georgia or Florida in a bowl game,
That's
we'll
what I'm
be
saying.
pissed.
If you play Florida again
Like-
in a bowl game,
No, we'll play Georgia, you play Florida, and we'll both
swap.
be pissed.
we'll swap partners.
Talk about that. Talk about that.
swap partners.
Michigan does have like an open spot. In
your girl's
2022.
kind of looking sexy.
Should we
over there.
schedule Florida?
No, I'm tired of playing Florida.
No,
I
that's
am
what I'm
tired of
saying.
playing
We're swapping
Florida.
partners. You take Georgia, we'll take Florida.
I don't want to have
That
nothing to
sounds
do
nice.
with Georgia.
You want our sloppy seconds, don't you?
I don't want.
Yeah, the grave on your
I don't
ass.
want to play any.
So
SEC
wait, are you
school.
taking Georgia? Pansy, you don't want to. You're going.
Who, John, who you pick?
I
You
picked
took
Florida.
You take Florida? Who you take?
I took Bulldogs, baby. They're gonna bite their gator ass.
Go give me with Logan. I'm gonna take Georgia.
This is the reason we're on top.
Pansy.
I don't. Hey, you guys might not be. I haven't
What we got
counted
next?
the
We got
next?
points in
Yeah,
like
no
3
idea.
weeks.
No idea.
CJ might be making a search.
Northwestern at IU.
Why is this an in-depth pick?
Because I
Wait,
forgot
yeah,
a
wait.
quick
Why
pick.
is it?
Because I forgot.
So
it's
let's-
a quick pick.
no.
And it's a good game this
Listen,
week.
Hey, no,
'cause it's
yeah.
a
Let's
close
give
game.
IU their props.
No,
They're
but
looking
that's
so
what,
good
that's
this
what
year,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Wait,
And it's for our boy Zach, because we talk shit about
Let's
IU.
talk about IU.
Yeah, no, give them
6-2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
6-2?
They've already got.
You
They
guys
Why
got
would-
12 for the first time since like
And they
1921,
went
this
with-
early in the season.
Yeah.
When's
Yeah.
the last time they've won 9 games? They're gonna beat Purdue, so
they-
there's 7 if they can beat Northwestern. There's 8. They win their bowl game.
That's
They
true.
beat Michigan. There's 10.
They play Penn State. They have to go Penn State.
What if
They beat. There's 11.
What if they upset Penn State and Michigan this year?
Dude,
I
Put
would,
him
do
in
you,
the floor,
do you
man.
give Tom Allen a 10-year, $90 million deal
Yes.
for that?
I
Because
would
when's
pay
the
more
last
than
time
Harbaugh.
I used one?
I would
double
pay him
digits?
more than Harbaugh. You
Is
want to know
Tom-
why? Because he's shattering expectations. Harbaugh is not
If this
shattering
dude wins 8 games
Don't talk about your savior.
and then a bowl game on top of that,
He's the Antichrist.
IU is getting better.
Yeah, he
recruits.
beat Notre Dame. Talk about him.
IU's getting better football recruits. They're getting better. They got the quarterback situation down pat. Even though he was hurt last week, Jalen Ramsey paid.
Who's better, Ramsey or Penix?
I think
Penix, whatever it is.
Penix.
Penix has got
Shane.
potential.
Say that 10 times.
Penis. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Penix has like potential.
Penis!
So I think he'd be good. And,
He can actually throw the ball.
Yeah, he'd be
Yeah.
really good in a couple years.
Yeah,
Ramsey did great
right.
last week. I think he threw for 300.
Ramsey's more of the. He's got more experience.
Yeah, he's solid.
sure.
Wait, what's that movie?
Wait, so what do we got? What are we
Ramses.
going with? Caleb, who you got? Northwestern or IU?
I don't know.
IU is. I think
This
IU.
is IU.
Yeah.
You going IU?
Yeah, we'll go IU.
You going? Who you going with?
Talking
Northwestern
about
has been bad.
Really good.
Losers.
Really bad. IU's been
I'm
good.
taking Aiden Smith, former Carroll quarterback, Northwestern quarterback. I'm taking.
So there's been three.
Northwestern.
There's
Yeah.
been 3 surprises in the
Hey,
Big Ten
no.
this year. Up wise.
When's the last
That's
time?
IU,
I could
Minnesota.
see that Pat Fitzgerald's
This
going
is
to get
against
his
State.
team ready
big
to
game,
play.
Big game, Pat.
Well, is that it?
I'm taking Northwestern.
All right, let's go. Who we got?
Yeah.
Next pick
Next, we have Oregon at USC.
in LA.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
I
6 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock. 8 o'clock here. Who you guys got?
I'm
Okay.
going Oregon, but I hope I pray the USC wins because how do you fire Clay Helton if he beats top 10 Utah team and a top 10
John?
Oregon team?
Oregon.
Caleb?
Go Ducks. Quack, quack.
We're going with the Ducks in a blowout.
They're going
Hey,
for
Jack.
they're going for that small little beam of light for that title.
I'm going Oregon with the
Okay.
blowout.
Yeah, I know, because Oregon has so much still to play for.
Yeah.
So, last pick that I overlooked. Number 22, Kansas State at Kansas.
You didn't overlook it? This is right.
Yeah, I was just saying. And
I overlooked it like I
and
passed it on the list. That's
how
fine.
awesome would this be for a Les Miles Kansas team? And how like this is a game Les
This
Miles
is a showdown, bro.
somehow Les Miles comes out of nowhere and wins these type of games where
Kansas
it's like
State high off of Oklahoma.
they're ranked
Kansas
rivalry game
so
going into
close to
Lawrence.
beating Texas and other
Yeah,
teams.
but they're still what 2 and 6.
But it doesn't
3
matter.
and
They're,
3 and 5.
But they're
3 and 5.
competing. They're competing. They haven't competed.
Yeah, when's the
like
last
this.
time Kansas has won 3 games?
That's very true.
They've won 3 conference games like for the last 5 years. So I'm like, I remember we did that show about Les Miles on the E60 or whatever.
Yeah.
And anyways,
Hey, or is that another coach if Harbaugh
I like
leaves?
Les Miles.
Do you guys go after Les
I like
Miles?
Les Miles.
He's not good enough.
Shut up. He's done what now? What I see he does with Kansas, I'll take him at a
He's
He
won
won
2
an
games.
He won.
Wait. Time out. Let's get this straight.
I know CJ would
Let's
like
get
Les
the.
Miles.
I love Les Miles.
Yeah,
Let's get
we've
this
talked
straight
about
though.
that.
You want to throw the ball less?
No. He's not offensive coordinator. He's just a coach.
He's
what I'm saying.
defensive.
But let's just talk about this. 'Cause I think we're wasting our time. Jim Harbaugh's not leaving.
Yeah, he ain't leaving.
He's
Not after that
leaving.
win. There's no
He's
way.
not leaving.
Okay, anyways.
The only way he's leaving is if he's forced out.
I'm taking Kansas State.
I was gonna say you're going upset.
John,
State.
Logan.
Yeah, I'm going K-State.
Close game though.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
Pick it, you pansy.
I think Kansas shows who they really are. I'm picking Kansas State.
I was about to say if Les to win that game, man, that'd be crazy.
So,
I kind of hope he does win that game.
this was my lock of the week. I think that I'm picking Kansas State. They're -5. So in the betting world, they have to win by 6 to win people money. But this is the thing. They showed that they have the offense to put up numbers. I think they win by more than a touchdown. Guys, if you're betting out there, this is a good lock. Kansas State wins by more than 5. And that is probably what I'm going to put in my parlay.
I got my lock right now too.
Okay?
Did we pick this game?
What I'm confused
Did we pick
ab-
Utah or Washington?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm confused about is that's what I was gonna do.
No,
Washington
that's
and Utah
next.
is my
That's
lock.
next.
Okay, I was about to say.
That's
okay,
not
cool.
You guys
What
both
do you
can
take?
do it.
Right.
No, you both can do the lock. Remember, we said you guys
Oh,
both
okay.
can do the
I know,
same
but
team
I like to be
or the
fair.
Wait,
same
what
game.
were you gonna take? Yeah, that's Washington +3.
So you guys, let's talk about it now. What's Utah and Washington?
Utah, Washington. This is my lock of the week. I am going with the Huskies +3 at home, and I'm gonna take them to win outright. This is a big game. I think they need. Utah is coming in riding high, but I think this is just a game
Yeah.
Washington and Chris Peterson need to win.
John, who you taking in that game?
Give me Washington. Give me Washington. At
Beating
home.
Utah?
Yeah, beating Utah.
You know what?
I'm taking the Utes.
You taking the Utes?
Yep. And I should have thought this for my lock because it would have been a +3 and I would have won the points. But it's fine. This is the thing.
Wait,
though.
you mean -3?
They're -3.
Oh, it's
They're
minus
favored.
3.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you're taking +3 Washington.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
the
then that makes
points
sense. But this is what I was
So
going to
that'd be
say.
double points.
This was going to say, and I'll let you go. I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
But we want to talk more about betting. We talked about that on the show. When the lines come out and it's a conference game and kind of a big conference game, and it's either -1, +1, -3.5, +3.5, anywhere. What that means they don't know what it's going to be, so they're just going to pick. Usually they give the home team points.
They
So-
give them 3 points.
yeah, they give
Yeah.
3 points. So that this means that Utah probably would have been a 6-point favorite, 6.5
At a
point
neutral.
favorite at home or a mutual site.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. So I'm just saying in the betting world,
Who are you taking?
I said Utah.
Oh, Utah. Okay.
And I'm also with Logan. This is my lock of the week. Jacob Easton, good quarterback. I think he'd be back next year as a Heisman hopeful. And I'm gonna take Washington, just improving on the year, slowly getting better.
Yeah,
that
it's at home.
defense is young, but slowly getting better throughout the season.
See, this is kind of game they win. Like, you know what I mean? They're 5-3. They're in desperation mode. I think they.
And this is a difference between
So you're taking
Oregon
Washington
and Utah.
outright too?
I'm
For
taking
double
Washington.
points?
Yep, outright. And this is the thing. This is the difference between Utah and Oregon. Oregon went to Washington and win. Utah won't.
Right.
That's the difference right there.
What's your lock of the week, John? Do you have your lock?
I'm gonna go with that Oregon game and a 4.5 spread in favor of Oregon.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that kind of too. Like, because I feel like it's so low. Yeah, USC might hang around, but they'll at least win.
I think it'll be a
5,
hang around
6
type of game, 3/4 in, and then Oregon will pull away.
Like get
That's
like
a
a late touchdown, or
Late,
go
late,
double digits
a late
or something.
touchdown, 2 touchdowns actually. I see
Yeah,
them winning by
like
17.
USC's like, all right, we're out of it, and then
Right.
they Oregon just kind of gets some.
I can see them winning by 17.
Yeah.
And before we close this show out, we will bring you a new show
Ooh.
every Tuesday. This is usually post on Thursday, but we're gonna post it on Friday.
Yeah, I'm
this week.
excited
But
about this.
on Tuesday, we will be posting our first basketball broadcast.
About time.
Talking about NBA and college basketball. It'd be a little longer talking about the two pros in college, but give you what we think about the upcoming seasons. NBA going on right now, college basketball starting next
There's
week.
always NBA news.
Always NBA news.
Love it.
And we're not necessarily picking games,
And I
but
like-
we just bring you news and give
Well,
you
with
our
the
opinions.
with the different slate schedule,
Yeah.
we'll talk about top matchups.
Yeah.
And
And
we'll
this-
take some picks,
and-
but not totally.
And I
Right.
like football, but this is kind of my favorite time of the year because there's games every single night, whether it's
Yes.
NBA or college
Yes,
when it comes
yes.
to basketball.
Well, CJ, you're much more of a basketball
Oh,
fan. You
much
were,
basketball.
you,
Everybody
you
knows
were
this
watching
team
a
is-
random NBA
you
slate,
guys-
and the World Series was on.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. I would watch Summer League basketball over Game 7 of the World Series, or
And-
even a top college football matchup. I would watch basketball over anything.
Since that's and since I kind of want to break down the big UFC fights tomorrow, talk about like favorite sports. MMA is my favorite sport, so I definitely want to kind of at the end of the college basketball set aside 5 minutes and kind of break down tomorrow night's big fights. Even boxing is suspending their title fight till after the UFC's main event. That's how big it's going to be tomorrow. You got two straight gangsters, East Coast versus West Coast type deal. It's gonna be electric.
Yeah.
All right.
No, for sure. And I think what our goal is to try to expand into other sports. I know a bit about hockey too, and I'll try to expand a little bit more on hockey. We all know a lot about basketball. CJ's the expert. John, you love basketball more than anything too. We all do. So any sport we could do, anything relevant in sports, we're gonna kind of try to do on the show, but it's gonna be mostly basketball.
And-
what
Yep.
you're saying?
Anything Tiger Woods also. I
Anything
love that.
Tiger
Yeah.
Woods.
He tied Sam
Shout out to
Snead's
Tiger.
record.
Shout out to Tiger.
Shout out Tiger.
Tiger's still
82.
the dude. He's my favorite
and
golfer.
This is huge for the show. Tomorrow we have a special guest, Dickie V. He's coming on the show. He's actually here right now. Unbelievable, baby! I can't believe the Hustle Podcast is doing college basketball. I'm so excited. See you tomorrow. Goodbye from the Hustle Podcast. Unbelievable.